All right, all right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting episode of TNT Photon HQ. I'm your host, Uncle Nerd, and this is the lovely Miss Mika. We have the wonderful and talented and mysterious malfunction detected. Is that a new mask? That's
Oh,
the
the
new
same
mask
one.
you got?
It's the same one. You got some dings on it. That's all.
Man, what is the black? I like that. The eyes are just like black. What the
Oh,
fuck?
those are just safety goggles I have underneath because I was
Oh,
actually
for
doing
real?
some.
I
Yeah,
love it. I
that's
love
all.
it, man. I
Keep it blacked
absolutely
out.
love it. Oh man, we got a wonderful show in store for you guys today. We're gonna be talking about man. Of course, we're gonna be talking about the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. We're gonna be talking about Cardi B and Candace Owens going at it. We got a couple other topics that we're gonna bring up and stuff like that. And Willy's Wonderland with what's his name? Oh God, Nicolas Cage. I watched that and a couple other things we're gonna cover today. But Mika, introduce yourself. Let everybody know you're here.
Hi, I'm Mika. I'm here.
Can he introduce yourself? Let everybody know you're here.
Hi, everybody. I'm here.
Mm. Ladies and gentlemen, because I've been cut by the Zuck and booed by the tube, I have to kind of like put a disclaimer up there that this is an adult themed show. So due to adult language, viewer discretion is advised, and adult mature content discretion advised. So I don't want to hear you prudes out there hollering about, oh, your show is talking these curse words and stuff. All right.
Got
So
the old school porn ticket looking warning right there in the last one.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of porn, Mika doesn't have on any panties and she's doing this show.
Oh my gosh, I do have on panties.
Mika has on no panties. She got it was like, oh whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, because you got up, and I was like,
no.
You see what quarantine has done? You see it? You see? You see? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we got a pretty decent show in store for you guys today. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Justice League Snyder Cut Kid 90. We're also gonna talk about Superman, Lois, and Willy's Wonderland. But yeah, first and foremost, I want to pay tribute to a wonderful and most talented actor, Yaphet Kotto. Yaphet Kotto, to me, is one of the actors that I grew up loving. Excuse me, as a child, well into my adulthood. I mean, and no, I didn't just become a fan of his through Alien. Alien just put the icing on the top for me because I felt as though when Alien came out, honestly, Alien is one of the films that got me into sci-fi horror. That's what made me love Alien. Alien, the fact that Yaphet Kotto was a black man, and again, I'm not trying to get all all racial or anything about it, but the fact that Yaphet Kotto was a black man that actually was like shown in an action setting versus always just being killed or being cannon fodder or being, monster food or whatever the case may be. He did get killed, but he got killed with a bunch of other people, not to mention he sacrificed his life, which is the reason why I also fell in love with Ridley Scott's writing. Was I mad as a kid? Did I get angry that Parker got killed? Absolutely, I got upset. But I loved Yaphet Kotto's character, and not only that film, but I also, what was it, Live and Let Die? I think it was.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he was a
The
James
only Bond villain I
Yeah.
respected.
Oh no, he was in Truck Turner because I'm a big Grindhouse fan, very big Grindhouse fan. I love what do you call him? I love hey Courtney, how are you, baby? I love
Hi,
what
Courtney.
do you call him? Blaxploitation films. He was in a ton of films, a ton of them, to where as though his impact he had on me as a kid it just grew as I got older. You know what I mean? I loved him in For Texas. I loved him in Man and Boy. There's a ton of films I remember him being in that I absolutely loved. And I loved him. And I want to read a little bit of a biography to you guys because he meant a lot to me. I loved him. Do you remember Monkey Hustle? No?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, now those were all blaxploitation films. And again, being a kid that a person that grew up in the 70s, that was born in the 70s, that's what made me love Yaphet Kotto, and it kind of like harkens to why I always give the comparison of Denzel versus Forrest Whitaker. I put Yaphet Kotto, or pretty much I put Forrest Whitaker in the same realm as Yaphet Kotto. They're not handsome men at all, or whereas so Denzel got most of his notoriety, if you ask me, due to what he was the type of man that they were looking for at that time. Black
basically because of his looks.
Right. Whereas though I wouldn't say that Denzel Washington is a bad actor. I'm not saying that.
Man, he's the same motherfucker in every movie he's in, man.
I totally agree.
He's Malcolm X and everything.
Right. Whereas though you take someone like Forrest Whitaker and Yaphet Kotto, they are versatile. They are versatile actors. You understand what I'm saying? They have earned, to me, they are very credible actors that can be put in any setting and thrive, or been put in any role and thrive, and really encompass that character. You'd be like, wow. So, I mean, I'm going to share a couple of things with you guys over here. Let me get this up for you guys right here. And because Yaphet Kotto meant a lot to me. He really, I loved him as a kid. I loved him well into my adulthood. And again, I didn't even, even though I keep up with the current standing of most actors and actresses and shit like that, but it really hit me when he died. It hit me just as well as like other actors entertainers that I'm very fond of. Yeah, I agree with you, Terrell. Forrest Whitaker is a much, much, much better actor than many give him credit for. And right here, we have I'd rather do this one though, but I'm going to do this one. And it says, Yaphet Kotto biography, born November 15th, 1939 in New York City, New York, USA, died March 15th, 2021, Philippines. So he was in the Philippines. Look how tall this man was. This man was 6'4". And in his films, you could see it too. Yaphet Kotto was a big dude. He was a big dude. Because a lot of people that met him, like a lot of actors and entertainers that met him in person, they said he was a very towering man, but very well spoken. And it goes right here. It says, physically imposing and intense, Yaphet Kotto was one of the few actors and of his generation to succeed in breaking racial stereotypes in Hollywood. He was born in Harlem, New York, the son of Gladys, a nurse and army officer, and Yaphet Kotto, a businessman turned construction worker. His father was a Cameroonian immigrant of royal ancestry. His great-grandfather had been a king in pre-colonial days, and his mother's family was from Antigua and Panama. Yaphet, whose first name means beautiful in Hebrew, was raised in the Jewish faith. After his parents' divorce, he was brought up by his grandparents in the tough Bronx district of New York. He also had an aunt in showbiz who ran a dance academy. Among her alumni were Marlon Brando. That guy, man, we could do a whole show on Marlon Brando. That dude was a trip. James Dean. In fact, it was Brando's performance on The Waterfront 1954, which inspired Kotto to go into acting. He began acting on stage in 1958 with his little theatrical experience, making his debut in the title role of Othello, a role he eventually reprised on screen in 1980. He also appeared on Broadway as understudy to James Earl Jones, another wonderful actor, in The Great White Hope. After joining the actor's study, Kotto commenced his screen career and soon gathered critical recognition with several edgy performances across diverse genres. From playing a barkeep in Five Card Stud, 1968, another good film, and a thief in The Thomas Crown Affair, another wonderful film, he moved on to juicier supporting roles as the evil Kananga, Mr. Big, in the James Bond thriller Live and Let Die. Yep. He was a lot of people don't even know, he also played Idi Amin. You know that, don't you?
Did he? Wow.
Yes, he played Idi Amin. Yeah, I remember that movie, that the trailer for that, because it scared the shit out of me. My father, and my father, Nigerian. I remember as a little kid, the trailer came on, and he was like, "Nobody gonna mess with me, Big Daddy." And he went all through that movie. He was like, "Big Daddy no tired, Big Daddy no tired," while he's murdering people and fucking up, Africans and shit like that. I was like, "This motherfucker wilding." My father be up there smiling and shit. I was like, "What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? So, and then furthermore, sorry to get off topic, but Mr. Big in the James Bond thriller Live and Let Die. Ugandan actor Idi Amin in the telemovie Raid to Entebbe 1976, and the ill-fated Nostromo engineer Parker in Alien 1979. Kotto also starred as a street-smart Detroit car worker in Blue Collar and had a recurring role. Does anybody remember him in Homicide? Check that show out. It was on the level of Beretta. Violent as fuck, too.
Oh,
and had a recurring role as a senior detective on the television's long-running crime series Homicide, Life on the Street. 1993, in addition to penning several scripts for the show, he was even a Paramount shortlist for the coveted role of, Jean-Luc Picard in Star Trek The Next Generation, alongside Michelle Ryan and Roy Thynes. He apparently spurned the role for fear of being typecast, but came to ruining that decision in later years. For the same reason, Kotto had also turned down the part of Lando Calrissian in the Star Wars franchise. I think he would have been a good Lando Calrissian.
I think he would have been a better Lando Calrissian.
Me too.
Look way more threatening. Would have been better.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Which went to Billy D. Williams. Kotto died on March 15, 2021 in Manila, Philippines at the age of 81. He had a good life. His spouse was T.C. Sanahan, Antoine Pettyjohn, and Rita Ingrid Dittman. He was married, I guess he was married to 6 children. Yeah, so I mean, Kotto was a very wonderful person. I mean, there's nothing I would ever take away from Yaphet Kotto. There's nothing hey Gadget, how are you? There's nothing I would ever take away from him. He meant a lot to me growing up. Even to this day, he will always be one of my favorite Black actors. I have the action figures of this man right here. Look at that. It don't look like him, though. It just looked like some dude I used to hustle with back in the day. Look at that. This old Danae looking motherfucker. Look at
Who made that, yo? Was that NECA?
Yeah, NECA made this, but I like it because it's done in the same style box as the classic Alien figure that I had when I was a kid. Yeah, my parents always bought me monsters and shit to play with, and bad guys, and my mother would buy me villains before she would even buy me superheroes and shit.
Same. Got a bunch of masked guys with guns.
It was always bad guys first. Go Gadget, it's good to have you here. But man, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to, give a nice speech in terms, or in commemoration of Yaphet Kotto. I couldn't believe it. But at the same token, we have to understand, what I have to understand, I try to tell a lot of other people, is that these actors, and the actresses were when they were making movies, we were children. You follow what I'm saying? I mean, we're grown now. So, you add on, me, I'm almost 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? So you add that on to them, and you be like, oh, okay. Because when they said 81, I was like, Yaphet Kotto. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, rest in peace, Yaphet Kotto. You will forever be remembered. I think I'm going to do I will be doing a busted open of these action figures right here, because I have the first wave and everything like that, but I still give it a nice little, something towards Yaphet Kotto. It was something in memory of Yaphet Kotto, because this I don't know. Life is short, man. But this one kind of hit me.
Yes.
Life is very short. Oh yeah, ladies, if you're just tuning in, Mika is doing this show with no underwear on. I'm telling you, she don't got no drawers. She stood up. She stood up. That she was like, oh yo. So, how many of y'all here saw the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League? And what did you think?
It was better than that trash ass Joss Whedon version.
Yeah.
Way better.
Did you get to check it out, Kenny?
I skimmed through because I have work, so I haven't been able to actually get time to catch it. But man, one thing that does kind of stick out to me is the damn aspect ratio. Shit.
I know,
can't just fill my screen up.
I know, but you know what? I think that is done when they're doing a revision of a film. They let you know it's not the original Like,
No,
you know,
I read the reasoning was because of IMAX or some shit, because it's IMAX
no,
format. So
like I think they do that sometimes when they revise, because like sometimes I remember back in the day when they would mess around with Star Wars on Laserdisc, they would sometimes do that and put it up there like this is a revision, like a revised version of it, and it would be in like not a letterbox format, but like this weird,
like a square like this. It's like a four.
All right, Tim, you want to come on the show, but we're talking about like movies and stuff like that. You got topics? I'll send you a link if you want to come in.
Man, they need to start a petition to release the widescreen Snyder cut. Release the widescreen cut. God damn. I did hear there's another cut. There's like a black and white edition they're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think I kind of prefer a black and white because I always dug them kinds of movies in black and white. Like I like Logan in black and white.
Noir type.
Yeah, like Mad Max. The last one they had a black and white version that was really good too.
Yeah, but what did you think of it, Mika?
I like the fact that they gave who was a cyborg more of a story. Like in the original one they didn't do that, and he was more like an intricate part of the movie.
Right. I totally.
He really was. So I enjoyed that movie immensely. Everybody had some sort of origin story, even though it was like 4 hours long. I really enjoyed it. I sat through that whole joint. That was fantastic.
I agree. Tim Mitch says I like movies, but that Snyder Cup is dope. Yeah, it was. And honestly, this is the one time I would actually say where I actually enjoyed the cinematic version of a character versus the original one versus the comic book version. And I will say I enjoyed Steppenwolf in this movie more than I enjoyed him in the comic book.
His design is better. His design too just looks way better.
I think they encompassed him very well. Let me share this with you guys because I was impressed with it. I was impressed. I went in there because like with the way I've been being let down with movies here lately and stuff like that, I've just been giving up on them. My expectations are very low. And over here at IMDb, we have Zack Snyder's Justice League 2021, directed by, of course, Zack Snyder. Writing credits: Chris Terrio, Zack Snyder, Chris Terrio, Will Beal, Jerry Siegel, Joe Shuster. And you know, those are the ones who created the Superman character and stuff like that. You had actors Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill. Ben Affleck played Batflex, as everybody calls him. Henry Cavill, to me, one of the best Supermans to date. I absolutely love him because I loved Man of Steel. Amy Adams is Lois Lane.
Henry Cavill was looking like lunch in that movie.
Man, Henry Cavill was he's the best. He's the best Superman. He's the best Superman thus far. Jason Momoa, of course, we like. And see, this goes to show you don't. All right, perfect example. Jason Momoa does not encompass or embody Aquaman to me in any aspect, but what he brings to that character makes you like Aquaman. Do you understand what I'm saying? I love the way they're doing. Willem Dafoe can do nothing wrong. Ezra Miller, I absolutely loved him as the Flash. You understand what I'm saying? Ray Fisher as Cyborg. I loved everything about this film. It goes to show that if you want to, you can really do things correctly. Where to begin with this film? Why I enjoyed it. For one, I loved how episodic it was. Okay. It went like I was reading a graphic novel or buying issues of a comic book. I took my time watching it. I would watch an hour here because I honestly, at my age, I can't sit and watch a movie. I can't sit and watch a 4-hour movie like I used to. I can't even sit and play video games for hours like I used to.
I was about to ask you about that. Is it best to just watch it in chunks?
Yes.
Good.
Believe me, like I did. I started. What had happened was I get up every morning around about 5:30, 6 o'clock, no later than 6 o'clock. So I popped. I got a notification on my. I was sleeping. It came up on my watch and was like, "Oh, Justice League." I was like, "Oh man." I was like, "You know what? Let me pop this shit on." I popped it on. Worked out a bit, took a shower, and all that other crazy shit. And just take your time watching it. You're not. And as I try to tell everybody, they're like, "Oh my God, it's 4 hours." I'm like, nobody's making you sit there and watch it for 4 hours. Take your time. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I just so happen to get up early in the morning, like I do most of my shows, and I knock them out. You know what I'm saying? So that I can review them or give my honest opinion about them. Yeah, This, for one, I enjoyed it for the fact that it was done in an episodic aspect. Two, the character depictions of the comic book characters were phenomenal. I love the whole aspect of Darkseid. Darkseid seemed very menacing to me. Every villain in here seemed very menacing. The characters were well fleshed out, down to the heroes and villains. Even when it came to Steppenwolf, you see why he was so loyal and was trying to pretty much appease Darkseid. I love the depiction they gave of Desaad. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I love the way they did. There's so many things within this film that I found absolutely phenomenal, to where I was just I was surprised. And honestly, I'm gonna put it out there. I'll even say that hey, you know what? I'll even say that this was better than the first Avengers. I mean, you know, some people may debate me on this, but this was better than the first Avengers, in my opinion. DJ Kaz says, do you think the Snyder Cut might change the game on how they record movies? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because, see, the Snyder Cut to me was a test to see if they can rewrite stories once they come out fucked up. The next one they're going to do this to is Star Wars. Now, right now, I'm not they listen. They got
Star Wars.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a mess.
I'm actually done with Star Wars due to this Gina Carano shit. But at the same token, I mean, the next one if they can get away with it with the Snyder Cut, they're going to start doing it with Star Wars. Trust and believe. Star Wars is next. Star Wars is the next one to get the fucking get the remix. You understand what I'm saying? That's the next one that's going to get the remix. Trust me when I tell you. Now, getting back to this Snyder Cut. Oh my God, it was done very well. I love the way they did the Superman in the black and gray suit. Whereas so when you remember when Superman died in the comic book, he came back with the black and gray suit
with a mullet too. They should have.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad they didn't put the mullet on him.
No, they should have, man. They should explain like Samson and Delilah. It makes them stronger.
Yeah. I'm so happy they didn't put that mullet on. But this film was well written. It was well fleshed out. The reason why I was able to handle this because the way I'm a big fan of Lord of the Rings, the cinematic version and the books, you know, the Tolkien stories and stuff like that. And what I like is the fact that they did it episodically. The reason why Lord of the Rings, I love Lord of the Rings so much is because it was done episodically. The first movie, the second movie, then it went, you know, and he didn't try to cram everything into one film. He gave character development and build up to every character, you know, every character on the screen, to every character that was included within the lore. You saw some of Batman's story fleshed out, but I love the way they went into Cyborg. I absolutely love it because there's no way you can tell this story without having Cyborg, especially with Apocalypse, because, and again, not getting too nerdy with anybody or anything like that, but Cyborg plays a major role within Apocalypse world, even in the comic book. He messes around with the Mother Box. He's part of them. You can pretty much say the Mother Box is part of him. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I love the actor that played Cyborg. I'm glad they didn't get some ugly black guy that just looked like me or some shit like that. They got a nice looking black guy to play these. They're getting nice looking people to play these superheroes or people that mimic what these superheroes would look like. Ezra Miller did an excellent job as Flash. I actually like him better than that Flash TV show. And I'm a very, very big fan of Flash. Flash is one of my favorites. He's one of my favorite DC superheroes, along with Black Adam's not a hero, but I love Black. I've always been the type that like B-list characters or the ones that aren't so famous. Like instead of Superman, I've always been more of a Shazam fan. I do love Superman, but I've always been a Shazam fan. I love Dr. Fate. I love Green Lantern and stuff like that. Like Blue Devil is one of my favorites and stuff like that. I could go on and on and on. But this is how they should have done this in the first place, and they already would have been up to speed with Marvel's films if they had did it like this. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because when you essentially look at it, the way this film was done, they could have instantly kickstarted the DC universe instantly, the cinematic DC universe instantly, instead of having to flesh out every character. But Zack Snyder did it. They should have let him do it from the beginning. I don't know why they didn't. But this is going to be this is changing everything now, because you're going to be seeing a lot of movies remixed. Whereas back in the day, they did it all the time with our films. Blade Runner has 3 alternate endings, whether you know it or not. Dune has 2 alternate endings, whether you know it or not. Not only that, there's another one called Jodorowsky's Dune. You know what I'm saying? And I'm waiting on Dune. I'm waiting on the new 2021 Dune to come out. The Thing has 3 alternate endings. A lot of people don't know. DJ Kaz says, what kind of camera did he use? That made a big difference. Well, what you talking about in terms of the aspect ratio, or are you talking in terms of the yes, Lord of the Rings had different endings. Exactly. They're doing, but a lot of are you talking in terms of the aspect ratio, DJ Kaz, or are you talking about in terms of the whole
film cinematography of it all?
The fight scenes were absolutely fine, were absolutely great. I love the aspect that it took more of an adult tone, which in turns, if you really know anything about DC Comics has always been way more violent than Marvel Comics. DC Comics has always been more violent than Marvel Comics. And yes, as you saw in the fight scenes, you didn't just see people getting thrown. You saw heads pop, you saw blood, you saw head decapitations, eviscerations, lobotomy, like, you know, all sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff. There was violence in this film, which is the way comic book film should be. Like a lot of people, perfect example. You felt like you was in the movie. Exactly. I support this completely. Now, there was something that had happened. I'm very happy with the way this film turned out. I'm very happy with it. But there was something that had happened with Zack Snyder and a certain channel that's on YouTube, where they kind of like he disassociated himself because there was a fundraiser going on, and what he did was kind of like disassociate himself from this particular channel because they're considered alt-right or full of controversy and so on and so forth. But they did a fundraiser because, you know, Zack Snyder's daughter committed suicide. So this particular channel did a fundraiser for them, and he disavowed them. And, like, you know, kind of like, I get it. You know, of course, the movie oligarchs and the big heads and the big wigs, the Hollywood and everything, they don't want any bad things being said about them. You know, they have these, you know how it goes. So I get what position Zack Snyder was in, but at the same token, it still was a scumbag move. If you want to find out what's going on, go on YouTube and look up, just type in what Zack Snyder did or something like that. Or, you know, this is Zack Snyder disassociating himself or something like that. And you'll see what happened. But the Zack Snyder cut, I just don't know where to stop talking about this. It was just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was well done, well written. This is the way a comic book film, especially dealing with a large group of like high level or A-list superheroes, should be done. You knew about by the time they were on the third act, or what I would call the third book, you were already invested in these characters, at least the ones that they had already shown you. If they had done this a long time ago, the Justice League would have been the new Avengers. I will say this was great. This is nothing short but a masterpiece. Does it have its flaws? Absolutely. But it goes to show that if you listen to the fans, you'll get it right the first time. And no, I'm not saying you got to listen to every fan, because you got some wackos out there. You got some people that are just going to look to have unreasonable, or how can I say, unreasonable, irrational demands when it comes to their fandom, or like just stuff that's just way now give Superman a cannon on his back and make sure that he, well, in issue number 101.1.5 he died, and it gets like that sometimes. This right here was a very good superhero film. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. I would watch this again if someone asked me to, you know. I would make it a weekend project, but this was great. This was great. I had nothing really bad to say about it besides the interaction that he had with a certain group that was helping him do a fundraiser. But other than that, Zack Snyder did an amazing job. He did an amazing job. I mean, Steppenwolf, like, you wanted to see what Steppenwolf was doing. You wanted to see what Steppenwolf was doing. You wanted to see what
And
you want. No, go ahead.
might I add that, and it looks like, Zack Snyder is leading the way for Justice League 2 and 3 to happen, because remember, Anti-Life is coming.
Yes, the anti-life equation.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the anti-life equation. And that's another thing. That's another thing. Good thing you brought that up, because something comes to mind again. Okay. Now, I'm a big Green Lantern fan, and that ring will choose a certain person. If they are powerful, if they have something that can alter the universe in their favor. Did you notice the scene when they flash back to the early years of Earth when Darkseid came there? Did you notice that scene when he killed that lantern?
Oh,
see, again, I'm a person of detail, right? And I pay attention to every little thing that happens. I'm a Lantern fan. So when I saw the lantern, I locked on it. And like, there's one part in there too. If you look towards the end of the movie, there was another dead lantern that looked like Kilowog. You know what I'm saying? But there was a lantern that Darkseid killed. I mean, murdered him, chopped him in half, right? If you notice, Darkseid was fighting. He stopped, and the ring stopped and looked at him and went like this. And he went like this. He was about to put his hand. And because he started fighting that other guy, the ring said and went back to Oa. It was about to go on his hand. No bullshit. Kenny, if you think, listen to me when I tell you, maybe you guys aren't a Green Lantern fan like I am. And yes, I love Hal Jordan and John Stewart are my favorite Lanterns. But I love the whole aspect of the ring, where so in a way you become God tier when you wear that ring, which is the reason why, if you read the comics, Green Lantern went bad for a very long time. He was the what was that? The Parallax. Remember? Do you remember when he turned into that, Kenny?
He started collecting rings, right? Collecting rings.
No, he just went insane, because you have to understand those lanterns, a lot of them sometimes go crazy because you're almost given like godlike power. Anything you can imagine. What made Hal Jordan so amazing as a lantern is that he could think of things off the fly and bring them to life through the ring. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Yeah, DJ, the ring was about to go right on his hand, because he went just like this. Darkseid, he was like this, he said. Because the ring, he whacked that lantern in half, and with that ring, a ring will attach to somebody that is worthy. You understand what I'm saying? And depending on what kind of ring it is, especially too, like, you got red lanterns, you got all sorts of lanterns, white lanterns, everything. That ring was about to go right on his hand. And I think, and again, it's a movie. Of course, it's a thing of fiction. But what got me is that the ring considered him. It went just like this, but when he did that violent act, it ran away from him and shit like that. It was just about to go on his hand right after he killed that what's the name, because it said woo, woo, and it went to his hand, and then Apocalypse stopped. He stopped and went like that. He said, and he put his hand out like that, and he went to that dude, started fighting him, and the what's the name flew away and shit. Imagine if he had gotten that ring. Imagine if he had gotten that ring. Apocalypse is already God tier, just about. And yes, Apocalypse could beat Thanos. And I'll tell you what, we'll go into that later. But Apocalypse could beat Thanos. He could. And I love Thanos. I love the Mad Titan, but he could. But yeah, man, this was an amazing. I even love the Amazon scene. I didn't see no SJW nonsense in it. I didn't see any fucking woke shit. It was a good superhero film that I enjoyed. I had a great time watching it, man. I had a great time watching it. I mean, sheesh. I could talk about this film all day, man. All day. I love the way it ended, where so it showed multiple, because a lot of people don't know. The Flash, even though he's a good guy, he messes up a lot of stuff by sometimes breaking time barriers, by breaking the speed of sound, because he alters timelines. And what you saw at the end, if you watch the end credits, watch the post credits and end credits, he made different timelines. He made different alternate realities and stuff like that, which leads into the Flashpoint paradox, which leads into also the Injustice universe. Because that one you saw where they were all looking like shit, you know what I'm saying? Like Batman, like the Flash had armor on them. The Joke, what's his name?
Batman, the Joker was with them
and shit like that. That's the Injustice universe. Because in that universe, Lois died, in that universe. Other people, what's the name? Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn died and shit like that. And eventually, Superman ends up killing the Joker. You know, he puts his hand through him. So I mean, like it's a lot going. It's a lot that was done in that film, and he took a lot of different comics into aspects. Do I mind that a lot? That there was some stuff that he made up along the way or added? No, not at all. Because I look at it as though I'm just reading a offshoot issue, or like it's an alternate universe, or whatever the case may be. So no, this doesn't matter to me. But what I like is that they kept to each character's original core elements. It was great storytelling. I had a great time watching it. I didn't feel like I was watching some bullshit, or like I was just like that Batman Superman shit was complete garbage. You understand what I'm saying? It was complete garbage. So, but this was great, man. This was great. I love the way they did Desaad. Desaad, you know, Desaad is what's his name? Darkseid's right-hand man. I love the way they showed images of Apocalypse. What's his name? Darkseid fighting. And you saw him use the Omega Beam and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
He used it underwater and shit like that. He killed Aquaman, just impaled his ass like it was nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Then he used the Omega Beam on this other Atlantean that was trying to get away and stuff like that. He just whacked him in half, and like you saw intestines hanging out and stuff like that. That's why I was like, oh man, this is a good film. Like when he was killing those Amazons, it was when Steppenwolf was like running on foot, and them Amazons was trying to keep him from getting that mother box. He was whacking them like, you know, like you saw blood, like he chopped one in the face. You just saw like a big blood splatter, like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh man, this is good. This is good. This is real good. But I don't know. How much of it did you see, Kenny?
I just kind of skimmed through while I was sitting at work. You know, I didn't get a chance to just sit down fully with it. Just moved around through it, saw some of the action scenes or whatnot.
Yeah, when you get the time, sit down and watch it. Just watch it. Watch an hour, maybe every day. You know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to tell everybody, it's not. Some people can't sit through the whole thing like I can. You know what I'm saying? And again, I know how to pace myself when it comes to home films because I'm used to reading long books. I'm used to watching long movies. In between, I'll always find an activity to do to keep myself occupied while focusing on the show or whatever the case may be. Like I'll clean up my office and stuff like that, or I'll, you know, work on some things or whatever the case may be. You know, but this was great. This was a good film. This was a very good film. And Tim Mitchell, we got a couple of comments over here too. It says he said they shit on Marvel big time. They put this DC on top. Exactly. I agree, Tim. I totally agree.
I dislike Disney Marvel movies anyway. Good.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to wave 4. What is this? Wave 4 of the
Phase 4, yeah.
MCU? Yeah, I'm not even looking forward to it. There's nothing in it I want to see. I mean, I really believe I don't know what they're gonna do because like I don't own their load already. Like they I think the first way Iron Man and the Captain America films and the Avenger films, that's it.
I just want to say, man, I don't give a fuck about any character's daughter. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see any fucking Blade's daughter coming up and being the new. Nah, fuck that. I'm done.
Well, you already know what the agenda is. You know what they're trying to pull.
Yeah, and I don't watch any of that shit anyway, man. Like I said, I tried. There was a Netflix series I tried to watch last week, called Europe or some shit. Soon as the fucking opening started with this strong woman, blah blah blah, I turned that shit off and watched something else. What did I watch instead? I watched some fucking what is that? The British baking show instead. Just watch that shit. I'm not gonna watch that nonsense.
Yeah, but you know the thing that get me is that they're trying to say like, oh, we need more females in more heroic roles or whatever. But we've always had them. We had Ripley. We had the Bionic Woman. We had who was that? Princess Leia. We've had. I got all the figures up here. Even more. There's more that I haven't.
There's a difference.
When you essentially look at the whole Alien movie,
but there's a huge difference.
I'm waiting for you to say something.
I believe that there's a huge difference between having a strong like female role,
right,
and having a strong female role and downing men in the process. It's a whole, yeah, it's totally different. Now, a strong female role, like okay, fine, I have no problem with that. But you know, like don't bash men in the process. Don't make them feel like you know, like they're fucking inferior throughout the whole show or movie or whatnot.
Or
I
either
think
they're
that's
not
what
able
Marvel
to
and
make,
Disney deal is.
or either they're not able to make rational decisions, or like, you know, the whole time everything they've been doing has just been bad, and somehow or another they oppressed a woman within saving the world. They oppressed one woman or some junk like that, and you know, all it takes is a child, a little girl, to come around and like give them reasoning and shit. Like, come on, knock it off. But we've always had strong. My whole upbringing was built on strong female characters within comics. I've always been a big fan of She-Hulk. And when you essentially look at the whole Alien franchise, is based off of, like, even down to the Queen Alien. You understand what I'm saying? You got a woman fighting another alien woman. You understand what I'm saying? So, and we love Ripley. We love Ripley. We love Wonder Woman. We love the Bionic Woman. We love She-Hulk. Like, I don't understand where they're getting all of this shit from, where they're talking about, oh, and the women are not being represented correctly, and everybody, you know.
Hey, actually, can I just say this? There's a list out there of like 14 movies without female it's just all men with dialogue. The only females you see in the background. And I'll tell you what, these are all fantastic movies. It's Lawrence of Arabia. I'll show you this, but it's a whole host of movies. Rambo. And the list try to paint these movies as being awful because there's no female representation. The only time you see him is as a waitress or blah, blah, blah. But, and as I'm reading the list, I'm like going, damn, solid movie, loved it, even better. What is this bitch talking? And I know it's a bitch writing it. What's this bitch talking about? Shut up, bitch. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm a big fan of gender roles, man. If I see a Goyle in a movie, she should be rescued or something. Because you know, there's just such a thing, suspension disbelief, Alien and all that. Yeah, that's cool because those characters are made kind of be like that. But I can't take like a woman beating up highly trained fucking mercenary characters. Like, what was it, Tomb Raider? Remember the first one? This bitch gets fucking SWAT teamed. They come down on rappel wires like I used to play in Rainbow Six. Like, we come down, pop, pop, pop. They're coming down on rappel ropes and shit, and she's in her pajamas doing twirly, spinny things with a fucking submachine gun, and it made my head hurt. Anytime I see shit like that, it makes my fucking head hurt now because I can't suspend disbelief anymore. And when I see shit like this, the last time that Europa shit I said I tried to watch, I said this out loud, and it's surprising because it just came out of my mouth. I said, God damn it, every main character can't be a fucking bitch. I'm tired of it.
Well, that's what they're doing now.
Be rescued.
Everybody that comes
be
out
the princess.
now, everybody that comes out now is like a female now. It's all
there's a rough and tumble girl, and even if you look at the new Predator, there was a write up from like Fox when they're describing it, and there's no mention of the actual creature in the fucking movie description. It's all about a proud Comanche woman growing up to fight gender norms in her society, and strong woman, proud woman, strong, prouder woman. The proud woman is strong, and she takes on the proud field of being a strong, proud woman. Ugh. So I'm just sick of all this shit. It just
comes across as unnecessary, corny, and forced.
Can y'all just get rescued again? Which is
the reason why Batwoman is failing. But Batwoman, you know, it's about to get canceled, right?
Good.
Yeah, because
they was canceled already.
No. They were talking. There's a second season going on right now, and it has a black girl playing it. I forgot the name of it. I didn't even bother to watch it.
You know how it should end? It should end with Batman rescuing her. Like, she's beat up, and then Batman comes to save her. That's how it should end. The end. Batman rescues her, or some other man, fucking Nightwing rescues her because she's a woman. Or Red Hood rescues her again because she's a woman. Let's bring back gender norms, goddammit. What's wrong with gender roles?
Like, I'm getting tired. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind female superheroes. What was that? The Long Kiss Goodnight. One of my favorite fucking films. And shit
I love that movie.
You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know where they're getting this. Oh, there were never no strong female character. I was like, when era did you grow up in?
Hey, Red Sonja was dope, you know.
Oh, there were never no female characters of substance. I was like, shit, look at Misery. You asked me about Misery.
That's a hell of a villain. Yeah.
That bitch was psychotic as fuck, and I loved it. Yeah. What was that? So I did also too. I watched.
No, it's not. Captain Marvel's dope. No, it's not. That's a bunch
of shit. Not Captain Marvel's not dope.
I mean, it's
Oh
dope if
my
you talk
God.
like heroin, like it's garbage, it's trash for your system. You shouldn't put it in yourself. So yeah, it might be dope in that fashion. Like you don't want to put that anywhere near yourself. It's the scene that made me sick was when they flashed back to her childhood and everyone was telling her, no, you can't do it. But she's like, no, I'm a girl and I'm gonna fight like a girl. Ah, shut the fuck up, lady.
Yeah,
The scene that made me sick was how they portrayed Monica Rambeau in the movie.
yeah. Now that right there, you remember the big problem I had with that. I lost
Yes,
my mind
and that's
behind
the
that
same problem that
because
I have.
Monica Rambeau was there before what's her name? Before the other Captain Marvel and stuff like that. We're not talking about the male Captain Marvels, but if you're gonna do that, there's no way you can do an Avengers movie and have her name
Let's just call her Miss Marvel, and then Miss Marvel
she
comes
was
in there.
Miss Marvel before.
Yeah, she should have stayed that way.
Yeah,
and then they fucked Miss Marvel up too, because she's now even wearing a damn little, bikini joint. She's like some fucking. She's wearing like a what do you call them? Burqa. She's wearing a burqa now. I can't even read comics without finding something to hate anymore, man. I hate comics.
I haven't read any really new Marvel comics recently. I mean, I haven't really been reading any Marvel anything. The last
you gotta
thing
read Dark Horse or some shit. And I was like,
no, I heard Immortal Hulk was good. I started reading that. It was kind of good, but I haven't been reading really too much stuff from Marvel.
I can't tell who the Hulk is anymore. If it's She-Hulk or the Hulk, they look the same.
Yeah, that what they did with She-Hulk. They really need to stop, man. All right, so while I was doing my little journey, you guys know I try to bring you some good reviews.
I still need to install that Disney Plus in my damn TV. I still haven't watched any of this shit.
Oh,
I guess this came out already.
No,
I mean, I haven't at y'all. I haven't at all, not yet.
Check it out. Check out Wanda. Check out WandaVision. WandaVision was okay. I mean, like, everybody was praising it like it was the best TV show, sci-fi TV show to date. It's okay. It's all right.
I think people got fucking weird taste these days. Everyone's overly fucking pleased by everything. No one criticizes shit. Oh, it's so good. Motherfucker, no, it's not.
Yeah. Well, over the weekend, what was it? Friday, I made it a purpose to watch Falcon and Winter Soldier when it dropped. Before I even go into it, Falcon and Winter Soldier, who is this written by?
Yo, what's the name of the bug on Space Ghost?
The bug?
Zorax?
Zorak?
Yeah, I always thought this the dude who plays Falcon kind of looks like
he does have like some insect-like features going on, doesn't he? I thought I was the only one. I always thought he had like some type of insectoid like features going on and stuff.
Like his eyes were the side of his head and shit, man.
Who wrote this? I'm trying to see who.
Look at him, man. It's a bug.
Yeah.
Like I see him on the windshield the other day.
Yeah, right. So I mean, I watched the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Falcon and the Winter Soldier and stuff like that. And I mean, like, it started out okay. I mean, like the first stuff, I was like the first scene for like the first 20 to 30 minutes was actually fantastic. After that, it just dragged along. They had a little scene with the Winter Soldier right here, played by Sebastian Stan.
Look at Baron Zemo on the right, trying to social distance from everyone not wearing a mask. Back turned and everything. Like, get away from him.
So I guess, I watched it. It was okay. I mean, would I say it's an 8.3? No, it's all right. I mean, like it's I mean, I understand it's a television.
It's a buddy show. It's like a buddy hero show to
like
me.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, I mean, like it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. But I mean, it wasn't any. I guess it wasn't as fantastic as and again, I'm comparing apples to oranges, but it wasn't as fantastic as the Mandalorian. You know what I'm saying? When it first came out for the first episode. This episode, if this was supposed to grasp me into investing in this show,
yo, this shit looks like superhero Miami Vice.
It's not there yet because I really didn't see anything that again, the first scene that popped off with Falcon, pretty good, very good. I thought it was like, I was like, okay, good. And what I do like is that they are showing death. because there's no way you can do like military base. How you say it, Kenny? Ballistics.
Yep, ballistics.
There's no way you can do military based characters with and them, you know, like fighting for freedom or fighting evil without people getting shot, blown up, or whatever. I did enjoy that aspect. Some may say I'm too violent or whatever the case may be, but it has to have some sense of realism. You have to understand I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and even our kid shows showed death because it's a part of life, plain and simple.
Unless you get stabbed in the heart with a snake, then it's just a coma.
Sheesh.
That won't kill you.
The Falcon and Winter Soldier stars Anthony Mackie as the Falcon, Sebastian Stan, who will be playing Luke Skywalker in the Luke Skywalker stories if everything goes right. But I will get back to that later. Wyatt Russell as John Walker, Aaron Kellyman as Carly, and the rest you can read on IMDb. Those are honestly the only ones that really stood out to me was Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan. Like in other shows when like something pops off or like the first episode debuts, you're like, oh man, let me see what's the name was good in this, what's the name was good in that, and it was just basic. It was good, but it was just basic. And I don't know if maybe that new did you guys see it yet?
I'll install Disney Plus on my TV tonight.
I haven't seen it yet.
I don't know. I'm not going to spoil too much of it, but this guy right here, I don't know if he's going to be U.S. agent because his suit kind of favors.
U.S. agent be fresh. One of my favorites.
I know, because U.S. agent was.
He's a nutbag.
Yeah. I remember he used to be fighting the Avengers at random for no reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? Punching him in the face, all sorts of stuff.
Use a gun with his shield. Fantastic.
Yeah, he would use a gun, all sorts of stuff. But I don't know what to really tell you guys about this film. This show thus far. Watch the first episode. I don't really have anything good or bad to say about it just yet. Like the way it started out pretty good. Better yet, you know what? Give it a chance. Watch the first episode, see what you think. I always give a show at least 3 to 4 episodes before I either decide to, further carry on watching it or invest in it, or just flip to something else or finish up something else. You know what I'm saying? That I was previously watching. I don't really know what to tell you guys, but I will say the first episode, it doesn't leave you wanting more. It just pretty much like, okay, all right. I'll see what happens next time.
So it's just fine. Yeah.
Right. It was one of those type of things. So
it's all right. Something to watch, huh?
If you can check it out, Anthony Mackie was actually pretty good in this. His
real Spider-Man, if you ask me.
Anthony Mackie always reminded me of somebody that just like, if you don't watch him, he'll lick your girl booty or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he just looked like he just do like little sneaky shit here and there. Sebastian Stan,
like a praying mantis, right? Like a praying mantis.
Yeah, like he got some insectoid shit going on. Like at any point, you're just gonna see him peel his skin. He be like,
he gonna lick your girl's ass, but at the same time, he'll be licking his forearms like a grasshopper.
He look like he get real nasty sometimes. Like he get real nasty. Like he be like, you know what? He like, now let me put my toe in your booty hole. You know what I'm saying? Ew. He look like he get nasty. Like he get nasty. See that? You see that gap, right? Most people that got that gap, they're bad people. I'm telling you, they do nasty shit. They be doing some nasty shit, bro. I'm telling you, or they got nasty attitudes, or they get real. How can I say real hood on you? I was about to say the N-word, but they get real hood on you.
You know he got rage issues because of the way he looks. He heard all kinds of shit being called a bug as a kid. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
he's probably an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard he was somewhat of a dick too.
I'd be mad too.
Really?
Call me an insect all day long.
You heard he was a jerk off?
Yeah.
You haven't met him?
People who interviewed him? Yeah.
He looked like it. I'm trying to tell you. He looks
like a man who was raised as a bug. Of course.
He has some real insectoid looking features. I thought I was the only one who thought that.
That man's a conspiracy theory. He's like an alien.
Yeah.
Y'all
And it looked like with
funny.
each movie, his face keeps
Y'all
and it looked like with
funny.
each movie, his face keeps getting pointier and pointier. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, did you see him on that Netflix TV show? What's that? Altered Carbon.
You know what? I love the first season. I didn't even bother to watch the second
Yo,
one. When I
soon as he
saw him in
comes
it,
on
and he's
screen,
not a bad. I don't. It's not like I don't. It's
there's
not like I
something
hate
about
his
the
roles.
guy. Though.
It's not like I hate his roles. He's just weird looking to
No,
me. Like,
it's something about him, man. His delivery, his roles, it's just it takes you out of him. It's like, oh, it's this motherfucker again. It's a weird fucking thing. It's just, this motherfucker one more time.
Sarah Thomas says he's a nasty drunk. Yes, he is. That's right. He does drink a lot. He does.
Nice. He's a lush.
Oh, Mika fixing her panties.
Some panties, man.
you eventually put on some panties, babe. It's cool whip time, babe. Yeah, but Sarah says he a nasty drunk. That's right. That's right. He did have some drinking issues before. I remember that. I remember somebody. Didn't he get into a fight or something like that, Sarah? Yeah, I don't know. It's something about him.
He's way more than cockeyed.
His
eyes start by his ears and shit. That man has a weird reptilian bug
He just you know what he reminds me of? It reminds me of this, like, if he'll do something to you and then he'll walk away like George Jefferson and be like, yeah, I did do that. That's right. I did do it. Like,
I tell you what, y'all ever see the cover of an Animorphs book? He's like halfway between where praying mantis is and human where it's turning into.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
It's a peculiar looking fella.
We got any questions or comments over there, Mika?
Huh?
We got any questions or comments over there?
Comment, he's cockeyed.
No.
Okay, so moving right along, what I will say about that Willy's Wonderland. No, not Willy's Wonderland. What's that? Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's just watch it. I mean, see if you want to deal with it for a while, or maybe not, maybe so.
Would you put it on par to that Lethal Weapon TV series that came on recently?
No, it's better than that. It's better than that.
I used to watch the Lethal Weapon show. I liked it. Thought it was good. I guess I like this too if I like that one.
Then you'll like this. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. It's not bad. It's just that okay. That's what I was saying.
Done better.
No.
Not even. You know what? I feel as though it is what I expected. Like, but you know what? I don't know what I expected from that show, but it was just like, okay.
That's it. It's okay. It's fine.
Watch it. I will say watch it, but you'll feel how I feel afterwards. Nerd pins. First off, with what was that? Justice League Snyder cut. I will give that a 5 out of 5 nerd pins. I was completely. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that completely. I can't talk about that enough. And I know I've probably missed some topics or whatever the case may be or some things I had written down or jotted down.
That's what I wanted to ask about that movie. Was it good enough that Kevin Smith posted a crying selfie?
No, it's not that serious. He's always crying about some shit here lately. I don't know. The thing about it is, I like the guy, and you know what I'm saying.
It's making it hard to respect him now, man, because he's always weeping,
crying, and stuff like that. It seemed like he had more edge when he was fat.
Yeah, you know he looked healthier too. Actually, he looked way healthier when he was fat.
Yeah. Because I know he he had a heart attack at one time and didn't even know he was having it.
Yeah, but now he looks like the dude from the Mad Magazine cover with a mustache.
Oh shit.
Kind of does.
But I'm hoping that he does that He-Man correctly. Gosh, I hope he don't mess this up. He can't mess up.
I don't know, man. If you saw that last Silent Jane Bob movie, it was full of that SJW fun.
Really?
Yeah, full boy was it. The whole thing was full of it, man. It starts off with this is my daughter and her whole representation crew or some shit. It was just full of SJW shit to the gills.
Wow.
So look out for this one to be the same.
Why? So over the weekend, I watched this
Willy's Wonderland, huh?
Wow, listen. I love B movies. I'm a very big fan of Mystery Science Theater 3000. This right here, and I look for horrible B movie films, but this right here, was a B movie, and there's so many things wrong with this to where as though I didn't know if it was going to be a joke, a spoof on animatronic horror films, or it really was a horror film. So I decided to watch it because I saw Nicolas Cage in it, and I'm not big. I'm not big into animatronic horror films, but I saw Nicolas Cage in it. And
what studio did this by any chance?
Wow, it says director Kevin Lewis, writer Geo Parsons, stars Nicolas Cage, Emily Tosta, Beth Grant.
This sounds like a straight to video.
No, I didn't even know what studio. It was so
yeah. I saw that it bombed. The box office. It bombed at the box office.
It's worse than bomb. This right here lets you know that Nicolas Cage is falling upon very.
Last I heard, he's been doing a bunch of Christian movies, right? Because he's broke.
Bro, he's doing anything now. This right here,
he's in massive debt, I hear.
Yeah. This right here lets you know he is just like done. Like this. I put it like this. If it was anyone else, if it was like any other known, this was made for complete no-name actors. This wasn't made for him. He actually made this film worse.
No.
Yeah.
Is this an asylum film by any chance? This looks like
he does. There's no dialogue. He does. I think he may have said like maybe 3 words throughout this whole film. To save anyone from wasting their time and going through this, I will tell you the whole premise of the story. You can watch it for yourself, but this is nothing that you will be upset with me spoiling, because
I'm gonna watch the trailer while you talk about this.
It is a pure fucking wreck, and I knew it was going to be that. I know he's been doing some films, but he did The Color of Purple. No, The Color of something, which was a good Lovecraftian type sci-fi horror.
Wow, he was in The Color Purple with
no, not The Color Purple. It's a sci-fi film. It's a sci-fi film that he was in, and it was actually really good. It was a sci-fi horror. I'm trying to I can tell you. All right, we're gonna look up Nicolas Cage real quick, and I'll tell you the name of this.
I'm watching the trailer. You know, the budget don't look bad. It just looks like a kind of a sci-fi channel take on Five Nights at Freddy's, I guess.
Yeah,
with zombie shit mixed in, looks like, because they're all fighting them.
Yeah, but no, bro, this was bad. This was just bad. Okay, so it starts off where he's like traveling through a town. Somebody puts out some spike strips, and you can pretty much tell where the story goes from there. He doesn't have the money to pay to get his car fixed, and
ironic.
Yeah, so there's this old Chuck. It's supposed to be making fun of Chuck E. Cheese and shit like that.
Okay, hold on. Like, it's made by Screen Media, a chicken soup for the soul entertainment company. That's what it says. A chicken soup for the soul entertainment company.
It was so. I felt so bad for him watching
shit.
This film.
Is it the book people, the chicken soup for the soul people who made this shit? Can't be serious.
Yo, bro, it's very, very, very bad. I felt like I don't know. I just wanted to give him like a piece of candy or like
See if he has a GoFundMe.
Yeah, this is bad. Like if you watch this, if you can find the time to watch this, ladies.
Oh shit! I'll tell you what. They actually made some decent movies. They made this movie called The Outpost, which no, it's not. Never mind. It's some weird version. Fuck. It's not The Outpost that I watched.
No, Outpost was good. They didn't do that. I know.
I'm underpaid. There's another one called The Outpost, but it's some shitty fucking movie they made. I'll send you a link to their YouTube channel. It's just their shit. It's a bunch of garbage. Yeah. This studio is they make a bunch of garbage, dude. It's called what's the name of this? It's called Screen Media Films.
Yeah, this I think he made no more. Maybe like then. Honestly, the way this film was done, I would say he made no more than maybe like $5,000 for this, or like he's fallen onto some rough times. What I will say is that he looked better than usual. He looked like he's trying to kind of like take care of himself a little bit, but no, this was very, very, very bad. I mean, like special effects in it were like horrible, like, and you expect it from a B movie like this, but
Hold on, but the trailer, it doesn't look that bad. Do they spice it up with the trailer? Because it looks pretty decent if you just sit there and watch that.
I wish I could play the trailer, but I've already got hit with a copyright strike for playing the other trailer.
No, because I just watched the trailer myself because I'm on my own watching this shit, and it looks all right. Just the way they present to you.
Take the time and go and watch it. I mean, you can find this shit.
I like shitty movies, man. I'm a sci-fi channel guy.
We love B. You and I both love B movies. I love horrible movies, but this one was sad, and I think what made it so bad is the fact that Nicolas Cage was in it. No, I'm not a big fan of Nicolas Cage or anything like that. But at the same token, I don't like seeing him like this. This right here was just like I felt like he was at the elephant's burial ground or something like that. This was bad. This was very, very bad.
The elephant's wow.
Yeah, he was the small premise of the story. He was this loner guy, and they made him trying to make him look like a badass. And the fight scenes, the fight choreography was horrible, where they made it look like he was just like this badass that just like doesn't talk, doesn't say anything, and he drinks energy drinks to beat up these demonic creatures that have these demonic entities that have entered these animatronic beings or these animatronic mascots that were at this Chuck E. Cheese-esque type of place. The storyline is very cut and dry.
The storyline sounds horrible.
It is. So what it is, he has to go because he didn't have the money to pay for to get his car fixed. All he had was a credit card. They said, "Oh no, we don't have any ATMs around here." But you later on come to find out that they wanted him there, that they've been sacrificing people to these monsters inside these robot monsters that are demon possessed inside of this old Chuck E. Cheese. He gets in there. There's one scene where like he fights the first one he fights is that beak looking one, and it was just like the choreography was just so horrible, and you can tell like he's stiff and like he's getting older now. Like how Nicolas Cage has to be like what close to like mid-50s maybe.
This ain't Con Air no more. That's for goddamn sure.
Exactly.
He's 57 years old.
Yeah. So I mean, like still running that same shtick that he does. Like the pushing his face forward and all that other crazy stuff. Then he breaks a mop handle. He starts cleaning up the what do you call that? The Chuck E. Cheese, whatever the fuck, the Willy's Wonderland. He starts cleaning it up. The guy that duped him into working there because there was a mechanic and another and is some type of millionaire mogul, and everybody in the town has made a deal with these animatronic creatures or these demon-possessed animatronic creatures to that they'll keep feeding them if they don't come out of the town and stop killing. Because at one point they came out the town and started killing up everybody. So the sheriff, the mechanic, and the millionaire mogul, he made a deal with these creatures that he'll keep giving them bodies and stuff like that. And so they lock Nicolas Cage in here. Somehow or another, he drinks this energy drink that he gets high off of, plays a pinball machine, and beats up all of these creatures and stuffs them in plastic bags and shit like that. I was just like, what the fuck? And it's like the whole time while you're watching this film,
you made that sound so unexciting for some damn reason.
You gotta watch it. It's just like sad to watch for me to see like this is like I've seen other actors that are down on their luck go like and do better films or better shows and shit like that. This is like rock fucking bottom. This is something you would see my ass in or some shit like that. Like, you see me as an extra in it or some shit like that. It's bad. And it's to me, it kind of like broke my heart a little bit because I sent you guys a message. I said, man, did I send you like, yo, you got to watch this Willy's Wonderland? That's how bad it is. It's one of those things where it's though you want to like give him a hug or something like that.
Jeez, that just sounds bad.
It's very bad. I mean, like it's sad to see that he is regressed or like life is taking a turn like this. And I don't like, I try to tell people I don't like to see people do bad at all. Like especially somebody I know that was on top, or I knew that was an actor or actress or entertainer, person, anybody. This right here, you can tell, and it's a look like he had a look in his face while he was doing this film, to where you can tell like he was just like like, I don't know, like just embarrassed or sad that he was even in it. You know what I mean? But you can tell like necessity makes for some strange bedfellows. And this right here is just like, this was sad. This was very sad. This was very, very sad. I mean, if you want to see the train wreck, I would suggest you go ahead and watch it. But no. It's bad. It's worse than the 5.6. It's worse than that. And I'm never one to go off of ratings on any of these sites or anything like that. If anything, I use IMDb as reference material. But no. This was sad. So, you know, I don't know what to say in terms of that right there.
That right there.
Huh? I don't even want to give it a score. It's that bad. I don't even want to give it a score. That's how bad it is. That's how bad.
You ain't gonna just give it a 0 and just be done with it.
I don't even. It's just sad because it actually made me depressed after I watched it. It actually made me depressed. Right after I watched that film, I got depressed. I mean, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, damn, I got to do better in life. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? To see like
gotta do better in life. That's what you take away from that movie,
bro. Believe me when I tell you.
Damn.
This is bad.
Oh Jesus, dude.
This is real bad, brother.
You know a movie's bad when it makes you fucking introspective about your fucking life situation. Jesus Christ.
It's one of them. Like, I've always been the one to use my escape. Like my escapism, I always ponder on what I've read or what I've watched or whatever the case may be. You know, what I've just you know, immersed myself in or whatever the case may like whatever. But this right here, what the hell, Nick, man? Like I was just like, I was watching this shit the whole time. I was like, what the fuck? Like that type of shit. Nah, DJ, cause it was bad, bro. It was bad. I mean, like one of those, like, trust me when I tell you, you just by the special effects, it was even worse than something you would see on sci-fi. That's how bad it was. You know? That's how bad it was. It was worse than something you would see on sci-fi. To where I was like, I can't, this can't be happening, man. Yeah, it really was happening, man. It really was. Finally, I wanted to tell you guys, you know, I'll save it for later. But finally, I wanted to tell you guys about this film, this documentary I watched called Kid 90, right? It was with, what was that? What's her name? I can never pronounce her name correctly. Soleil Moon Frye. Yeah, Soleil Moon Frye. And this right here, this is another one that kind of like made you feel like, damn, that was fucked up. Very, very good documentary, but it's sad because everybody you saw in there was, how can I say, they were dead. You know what I'm saying? All the friends that she hung out with and stuff like that. It was a great documentary, and it went through the timeline of her, you know, going from Punky Brewster, being a child actress, and how she, you know, she just was able to like move up in the ranks and shit like that. And then when she started turning into a teen, you know, she was one of those teens that started getting the ass and big titties, like, you know what I'm saying? And they wanted to exploit her and shit like that. And because she wouldn't allow herself to be exploited, she wasn't getting the roles that she used to. You know how they do those child stars. You know what I'm saying? You guys still in?
Yeah, I'm right here listening.
Yeah, you know how they do those child stars and shit.
Of course, like Hollywood's an incestuous, rapey place.
Yeah. And you know, it's a great documentary. I saw it on Hulu. It goes into her, you know, like she partied, she hung out with a lot of people, and she ran around with a camcorder and documented all of this stuff. Like, you know, you saw actors that were actors and actresses that like committed suicide. They died, and that was the sad part about it, is that most of this was basically telling like the story of like her friends that are no longer there. Like most of her friends are gone. You know what I'm saying? They're dead. Like, you know, she went into how she. Another thing too. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but Charlie Sheen took her virginity.
What?
Yeah, no bullshit.
Oh my gosh! I hope she
was in love with Charlie Sheen for a minute. I hope
she got checked out.
I hope that shit was legal too. Good Lord, Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, yo, she was in love with him. Didn't want to break loose from him. She dated. Like, you gotta watch it because she dated a lot of people that you wouldn't even know, like you wouldn't even think. You know what I'm saying? But you can tell she partied and shit like that. Because even if you look at it now, you can tell like she got a bit of a, whether look to her.
1,000 dick stare.
Oh man. Oh man. But no, it was a great documentary. I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. It went through like the many years of her, like, trying to get a grip on life and, trying to like make sense of it all. And pretty much like, trying to grow up from being a child star and everything like that. You know what I mean? It was great. It was good. It was very good. I wish I could play some of the trailer for you guys. Cause she dated the guy. She also dated the guy from Cypress Hill.
Be real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
I'm right here. Let me see if I can play. Let me see if I can play this without the sound coming on. I'm gonna play it without the sound. Maybe
I believe the English would call her a roasty. She sounds like a roasty.
Yeah, don't get it messed up. She partied, man. She
roasty, meaning she gets put on a fucking spit. like a roasted piece of chicken.
And the sad part about it is, like, it was fucked up what you said, Kenny. The sad part about it is by that time she had already had a breast reduction.
That's the real tragic thing and all, man. She had tremendous tits. That's a crime to humanity itself. She should be charged with something for doing that hideous action.
To where like she was taping down her breasts and everything like that. I mean, like, and yeah, she had a nice rack, man. Like when she turned into an adult, like her chest was sitting out. See, that's her. But like you can see how these are all, and like a lot of these dead. Like, a lot of these actors that he was that she filmed, because she filmed they said she went everywhere with a camera. They even talked about the drugs they did together. Steven Dorff talked about everything, all that stuff. It was great. It was great.
God damn, look at the size of the tits.
Exactly. She had a set on her.
Yeah, man. Tremendous.
She had a set on her. And the thing about it is, he died. Well, all of these are the ones like, and it was like by the end of the film, you start seeing a bunch of mainly all her friends are dead. You understand what I'm saying? She still got some left, like Steven Dorff, because those were the 90s kids, like the 80s and 90s kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, how many dudes back then called her Spunky Brewster because they all used to spunk inside of her?
No, they used to call her
It wasn't Spunky because they used to come inside of her all the time.
Nah, they would call her crazy. What they used to call her? Punky Boobster. No, Punky Boobster. They used to call it because she, if I can remember correctly, by the time she was 18, she was wearing a double B. Nice. And like she had a.
Boy, she had them yabos.
Yeah, you saw the guy from Mika. You saw the guy. Yeah, that's the guy from what's the name? Cypress Hill. This was a very good documentary.
When Be Real had it, did she have a big ass rack, or did she already fucking?
No, she had the big rack.
Nice. He got high as fuck and just playing.
No. Because I think she whacked off her breast when she started chopping up her breast when she hit like 18 or 17, because every movie role that she was getting, they wanted her to portray that they wanted to portray. No, they didn't want her to be the little girl no more. They was trying to put her in like sexy situations all the time, and she was like, look, I don't mind, but like at the same token, I don't want to really do that stuff. And she was saying like just about all the producers and all the directors and stuff was like on that,
get on the casting couch.
Not so much. Well, she didn't really go into saying that, but she was pretty much like, they tried to exploit the hell out of me and shit like that. So you already know what she was saying. You know what I mean?
Some circumcised older penises just flew at her.
Man,
like a bunch of was it Nathan's Hebrew hot dogs. Like a Hebrew hot dog eating contest. Go ahead.
But as a documentary, I thought it was very heartwarming and touching. It was sad, but at the same token, a lot of the young actors that I saw that popped up on the screen, I was like, oh shit, that's right. I remember it. And then there was like deceased, suicide, overdose, deceased. I was like, what the fuck? And by the end of the documentary, they lined up all of her friends that had taken their lives or like they got killed or whatever the case may be. And it was sad. It was real sad. It was real sad. And at no point did she try to play like she was a victim. That's what I liked, is that she was like, you know what, I put myself in these situations to learn things. And luckily a lot of them I didn't get like tragic things happen to me, but she will let you know.
What do you mean? Her tits got chopped off. That's plenty tragic.
She went under the knife herself. She went.
I know, and that's a tragic decision. She wasn't in her right mind.
She did have a nice set, though. I'm not even gonna lie. And for all of y'all out there saying I'm objectifying her,
where was the man to stop her from doing something so silly to herself?
Well, she wanted to stay in Hollywood. Think about it. She was a child actor. All she ever knew was Hollywood and being in front of the camera. So she wanted to continue that.
Yeah, and keep the tits. You'd go way farther, sweetie. I'd be a great old time Hollywood type. Hey, Toots, you need to doll yourself up. You want to be presentable. Low cut dresses. Put them things out so people can see them.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, like, man, you rough, Kenny, but it is what it is, man.
I mean, what do you want to go for as an actress? Do you want to look like a little boy or you want to look like a woman, lady? Let's go far with ourselves. Keep them.
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was a great documentary. Yeah, I do think she should have kept her breast, because when she started, the thing about it is when it got to the segment where she was talking about, and I went and started getting recommendations on how to get the breast reduction. I was like, no.
Oh, you poor thing.
I was like, no.
I just want to call her Toots and pat her on the head. Oh, you poor thing.
No, don't do that. And she went and got him, and she was young when she did it too.
What a crime! They didn't even get to enjoy life.
They showed her mother, and if you see her mother, she doesn't really favor her mother.
Yeah, I had a childhood friend who got a breast reduction.
Really? So what's it like carrying around big breasts?
Yeah, she got a.
It's time to objectify. Huh? It's time to objectify Free Ball and Mika. How does it? Is
that a new segment?
Yeah, Free Ball and Mika. Free Ball and Mika. Time to objectify Free Ball and Mika. Ladies and gentlemen, Mika has on no panties tonight. I'm telling you, she said
like
she
the fifth time you announced it. Nice.
Oh my God, I do.
No, she don't. No, she don't.
That's like the commercial break.
Yeah. Look, she stood up for a second and she said, hallelujah. Oh, man. So, yeah. Mika, did you pick up any new vinyl or no?
I sure have.
Why don't you stand up and get it?
I got a whole bunch of vinyl in.
Why don't you stand up and get it? Yeah, stand up and get it. Come on, Mika. Don't be a punk. Don't be a scaredy cat. Why don't you stand up and get your vinyl? Let's see. Go get your vinyl. Turn around and bend and get your vinyl.
That man said turn around and bend. He said turn around and bend. That's fantastic. That's classic right there.
Oh, shit. I don't even know what to do with my shit. Oh my God, where is it? Here we go.
Get
see,
back to work.
I have on drawers, so I don't know what y'all talking about.
No, you just put them on.
So,
you ain't have, nah. When I first started up this show, you was
my stimmy check
you was wide open. You was wide open.
Anyways, shut up. So, let's see what I got here. Like I've been on like my Beastie Boys kick, so I got like Intergalactic.
Oh yeah, single. I love that song.
I love this joint.
Intergalactic, planetary, intergalactic. I love the way the beat coming up.
Yeah, like this. Oh, this is import from London.
Oh, really?
So this was like a pretty good penny. Yeah. Huh?
Let me see the cover.
This is the cover.
Yeah, because you know what? I noticed it didn't look like the other one from like over here.
No, it's totally yeah. This is the record. This is pretty dope. I don't know how much I paid for this joint, but I knew I just had to have it.
All right, so
I got another Beastie Boys joint over here.
Do you know everybody within the Beastie Boys crew?
Huh?
Do you know everybody within the Beastie Boys crew? Ladies and gentlemen, Mika.
No, I haven't, but I do have a story that involves them because I remember, I was I was chilling out at the Hit Factory. This is like around 2002, 2003. Right. And I used to have a friend that lived in West New York, and he used to work at the Hit Factory. So it's like me and some other people that knew him, like we'd be up in there all the time. So we was just running amok in the whole fucking studio. So we peeped the Beastie Boys. I think they was making like their album. I forgot which one though, but they was in there.
Sabotage.
And we was just looking. We were all just looking. And what then like Adam just turned around and we was like, oh shit, let's go.
What year was it?
Huh?
What year was it? Was it Sabotage they were working on?
2002, 2003.
Yeah, I think it was probably Sabotage, maybe.
Probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, yeah. So, three DJs, three MCs and one DJ. I like this one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a 45. I had to have this one.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, just letting you know, she also collects vinyl. She's also a DJ. And she, depending on the day, you may catch her DJing without panties, and you may catch her DJing with panties. Continue.
This is the first time on vinyl in the U.S.
Oh shit! Cool world, fantastic!
Wow.
Yep. Flesh colored
that's
vinyl.
dope.
Wow, that is beautiful. That is beautiful.
And if you look carefully, you can't see it right now. There is on the other side is a picture of Hollywood on this side. You can't see it, but like if you put it
vinyl, that's there. Fresh.
Yeah.
You're getting some lag over there.
And because I like the artwork, I got WAP. Because I like the artwork.
Oh no, it's nothing wrong with WAP. For adults, it's nothing wrong. You already know how I feel about it.
Yeah,
a lot of songs I like by Cardi B. It's a lot of songs I like by Meg Thee Stallion, and it's some songs I like by Cardi B, like Meg Thee Stallion. I love Big Old Freak. I love that song. That's one of my favorites. That beat.
But I did read because everybody talking about like WAP is empowering to women, and Cardi B did say in the article that WAP is not a woman empowering song.
Empowering?
No, it's not.
It's hilarious.
It's not at all. That's just like saying like fucking.
Yeah, this I waited.
Shit, it's empowering.
That's
right up.
Like
it's right up there.
I waited
what's going on
last year to get this. I had some DJ friends come by my house last night.
Right.
We had a blast, and they left me a gift because they know about like my anxiety issues. So I gotta show y'all this shit too.
Oh, awesome! That's right. Stand up, baby. Yeah, yeah. All right. It's the best stream ever.
They got me this. They got me a beat machine.
Oh wow, that's great. That's what's up. That is what's up. You got some good friends, man.
I have the best friends.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
You have some very good friends. Very good friends.
Yeah, so once I get my controller.
Hey Mika, can you hear me? You're breaking up.
I can actually,
Mika, you're breaking up. You're breaking up a lot.
I am?
Yeah, like it's a lag going on with you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but I don't think you can really hear us. Go and jump on your Wi-Fi because you're probably just using your phone's what's the name?
I'm on my Wi-Fi.
All right, then stop downloading.
No, I am on my Wi-Fi. I'm on my laptop.
Oh, okay. All right.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, so because like you're getting.
I actually have.
Is she lagging a bit for you, Kenny?
I can hear her audio, but her video gets fuzzy like a ghost.
Yeah, like no, I can hear the audio, but it's like lagging. Her video is lagging like crazy.
Yeah, I'm like watching EVP footage from the Sci-Fi Network.
Mm.
Or paranormal entities.
Yeah, but man, I mean, like, ladies and gentlemen, that was Mika's vinyl segment. She will be doing that along with talking about music within the show. Anything you want to add?
Oh
to the
yeah.
show?
The same thing with you. It's like your video be lagging. I can hear you, but your video's lagging.
No, I'm not lagging.
Blame Comcast.
That's you. That's you. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
No, like you lagging. No, like your video's lagging on my end, but your audio is fine. I can hear you.
Yeah, but
because
like people.
Yeah, like I'll have.
Saying, like, you see what I'm saying?
I have more vinyl on the way. I have more vinyl on the way. It hasn't got here yet. I am going to purchase that vinyl that me and you was talking about, Danae.
Which one?
The really, really, really expensive one.
Oh yeah.
Yes. He has put me on to a beautiful Japanese song, which I just fell in love with. And I did find the record, and I believe that there's only 3 in existence. So
God damn.
Yeah, it's only 3 in existence. So the record is like nearly $400. So like I am planning on getting that.
That's not bad considering I buy action figures. That's pretty decent.
Yeah, It is. Consider for what it is. Yeah, that is good. But
I've paid more for bits of plastic. That's not a bad price.
For real, yeah. You ain't lying, bro. Yep. I tell people, like, if you into that collecting like he and I are, man,
it gets ridiculous.
Like everybody has their vices, and sometimes we're more than willing to pay out the ass for it.
I agree. I totally agree. Speaking of which, I wanted to finish this show off with. I want to let you guys know my weekend retro. How can I say? I call it my weekend retro. Let's just say my weekend retro programming. Okay, there's 2 things that I have to give me to relive my childhood in certain aspects. And I tell you, all it takes, well, for me, again, if you're not into cartoons, classic TV shows and shit like that, for me, it only takes really 3, but it only takes two free apps that they have that you can install either on your Amazon Fire Stick, you can install on your phone or whatever the case may be. And those 2 apps, one is Pluto TV and the other one is Tubi TV. Now on Tubi TV, go on there, and if you want to make like a nice Saturday morning cartoon programming and shit like that, they have some classic cartoons on there that will blow your mind. We're not just talking about G.I. Joe and Transformers. They have Flash Gordon, they have Defenders of the Earth, they have Mr. T, the Mr. T cartoon.
Oh, nice.
They got Smurfs on there. They got Starcom.
Oh, my favorite. Love Starcom, bro.
They have Cops. They have a bunch of. They got like some Hanna-Barbera shit up there. They got Captain Caveman. They have what else? It was each time I dig through there, like you got to take the time and really go through there. You are finding the window just opens up more and more and more to where like your whole childhood is literally on there. Now, another thing, what I'll do is to add life to my house, especially if I'm in there. Yes, Airy TV is another good one. To add life to my house, I will take it. Now, if you go on Pluto TV is another good station that gives you 24 hour, where like when I'm paying for Hulu and Netflix, these motherfuckers up here asking me, are you still there? Don't ask me if I'm still there. Your job is to keep playing that fucking program. I don't care if it runs around in a loop 50 fucking times. Keep playing that same movie, that same show. And what I like about Tubi is that it's free. It may have a few commercials in it, which I don't mind commercials. I don't care about commercials. These people got to get paid for the shit. All right. But Tubi will keep playing the show that you're watching all seasons or whatever amount of seasons that is there on a loop until you turn it off. So will Pluto. Pluto is live TV, but they have like classic shows on there. They have like
they got Robotech all day on one of the channels.
Yes,
just all day, all night. So good.
There's tons of them. On Pluto, there are 3 channels. There's more than 3, but there's a bunch of them. Like I watch Love Boat with my mom, classic 70s Love Boat. I watch the drama channel, which has the Prisoner on it. It has it's just tons of stuff. But what I really like about Pluto TV is that they have a 70s and 80s music video channel along with a 90s and 2000s one. You know where I'm at. I'm constantly staying in that 70s, 80s range watching, and I'll just put it on, and I pretty much have like videos from the 80s along with or the 90s or 70s along with my classic cartoons playing up front in the loop while I'm doing my work in my office, or I'm getting dressed, or I'm trying to work out and shit like that. So I mean, like, if you want to kind of like have like a joyous, kind of like nostalgic retro type fucking weekend, all you got to do is get Pluto and Tubi. And if you want to have like a classic anime one, and Kenny, you put me onto this one.
Oh, that's that shit. Yeah.
What's it called? Retro
Crush.
Retro Crush is amazing. You will find anime on there. And no, it's not for you jokers, you new jokers that just like this whole, like that just watch some of this newer stuff that's garbage. You know what I'm saying? Some of the new anime is complete garbage.
Oh, this is nothing but like the best
anime, like where adult themed, mature, violent, you know, well drawn, well animated. I mean, I watched all of the Lupin sagas, all of the Lupin movies, whereas before I used to have to find them on VHS or DVD, and you know, or sometimes get them from across seas. And it's just so many good experiences you can have online now. DJ Kaz also mentioned some too. He said Zumo is very good, and he also said Stir TV is very good. So again, get Pluto TV, get Tubi TV, get Stir TV, get Zumo, and if you're into classic anime, definitely get Retro Crush. Retro Crush makes my weekend. I have it on my phone. I have it on my TVs and stuff like that. Retro Crush is amazing, and it's not cut. They didn't edit out anything. It's the original original OAV, I think it is, they call it, right?
Yeah, and I think it's the only place you can stream fucking Violence Jack. You don't see that anywhere else.
Yes, Violence Jack is on there, and Violence Jack, oh man,
that shit's brutal.
Who doesn't know about Violence Jack, you don't know about anime or like adult anime. Violence Jack is like brutal. Give it up, Jack. You don't stand a chance. You're gonna die. Remember that? There's no chance for that happening until I finish killing you first, you asshole. You're the one that's being killed here, Jack. Yeah. Maybe I love all blood everywhere and shit like that.
The villain there is dope too. He's just simply named the Slum King.
Yeah, the Slum King. Do you remember the part in Violence Jack when the tranny he was in love with the transgender he was in love with, ended up getting his head cut off by Violence Jack, and he started fucking his head, and then he turned into a monster. He said, we're going to have a great time in hell, aren't we? And then he kissed it, and the blood was coming out. He was like, we're going to kill Jack. Flesh and blood are one with now. Like that.
They don't make shit like that no more. It's such a shame. So good.
Yo, Violence Jack, Mika, if you want to watch it, Violence Jack is fucked up. The first one was the best one. The first one was the best one because they had 3 of them. They also have Mad Bull on there too.
Yeah. Crying Freeman's up there too.
Yeah, Crying Freeman is another good violent anime. Hey, it's the beautiful it's a beautiful redhead, Jeffrey Cummins, longtime supporter of Tough Nerd Toys, along with Mika, along with Kenny, along with Lorraine, along with everybody. Sabrina Thomas, William H. Clemens, everybody. All of you wonderful supporters, we love what you've been doing for the show. We love what you do with the show. Again, y'all got to excuse my office. I'm still not finished with it just yet. As you can see behind me, there's stacks of action figures that haven't been shown off yet. I got boxes of them. I even got Janemba.
He's cheap as hell on a video game too. I use him.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Janemba he is OP as fuck, bro. He is OP as fuck. But yeah, man. If you guys ever want to check us out, how can they meet you? How can they get in touch with you or find out where you're at, Mika?
You can reach me by Instagram, Pinky Tuscadero, PIETUSCADEO. Some of y'all are following me on Facebook, Shamika Sanders Sykes. I'm always posting some crazy shit on there. I'm always speaking my piece. I put up a lot of conversation pieces on there. Anybody want to, jump in the conversation and whatnot, like feel free. But yeah, you can catch me on Instagram and Facebook.
Yep. They don't call it, and ladies and gentlemen, trust me, they don't call her Pinky for nothing. Kenny. Kenny, where could they reach you at?
Go on Instagram, King_Patriot or Patriarch. You got pictures of fucking fucked up gloves and action figures and weed and knives and fucking mask. Yeah, and you can hit me on Steam. My Steam ID is Chokes and Hoes. Chokes and Hoes. I think my name currently is like Art Vandelay, fucking Seinfeld reference. So yeah, I'm up there playing.
That's
Neo
you,
too.
Right?
Yeah, I'm Art Vandelay.
Because you know what? I was looking because I was trying to slide you a game, and I was like, "What the fuck is my?" And they kept saying Art Vandelay is your friend. I said, "I never been." That's why I was like, and they kept insisting that you. Then it was like, your friend is online. I was like, "Who is?"
Yeah, that's me. It's a Seinfeld reference. Fucking Art Vandelay.
You're not doing OnlyFans already?
Huh? No, on Steam. I'm not on OnlyFans. Jeez.
OnlyFans.
No. Mika, you should get an OnlyFans, baby.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
I'll get cooking.
What the fuck I'm gonna do? Feet pics?
Huh? Hey, you'll make some money on feet pics.
I'm telling you, Mika, you can make that money. You can make that money.
Yeah, so I was told like, yo, like I could make great money on feet pics.
Nah, Mika. You know when we first started this stream.
Hey, yo, before we cut this off,
I can't do that because I'm myself. I cannot do that.
Mika.
Just put a mask on and put pictures of your feet. You don't have to include your face. You can do from the knees down, and you'll make some money.
I could be a manager, bro. You could be Pinky Arrow,
OnlyFans manager
on Instagram, and then when you go to do your thing on OnlyFans, you could be Pink E.
Yeah, what you do is you charge $20, and then every few weeks you do them fucking 50% off $10 for fucking $7 days, and there you go.
Yeah,
and then when they forget to fucking renew, you get them for that fucking full 20.
15% is all I want. 15%. 15%. That's all I want. 15%. That's it. Because me, man, I know when you got up before this.
Are you trying to pimp me out today?
No, I would never do that. What are you talking about? That's prostitution. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, I mean, Mika, you must have slid some on now, but when this stream first started, You ain't had nothing on, bro. I see why you call yourself Pinky.
Oh my god. No, that's not why I'm called Pinky.
Why not? No, what? That's not why?
No.
Then I mean, like, I don't. Why are you using that name for then? I mean,
because number one, my favorite color is pink.
Mika, I saw it. Mika, I saw it. I saw Chippy's Playground.
You
Chippy's
ain't see
Playground.
shit. You ain't see shit.
Man, I thought it was a double layer. No bullshit. Double layer. I thought that was double layer strawberry shortcake, bro. No bullshit. That thing was fluffy. Oh man. So, ladies and gentlemen, we love to play around here. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, on Tubi, and I'm gonna leave it at this. On Tubi, guess what they got on there now? Take a wild guess. Well, y'all may not like it, but I grew up loving this shit. They got classic 1970s Battlestar Galactica and classic 1980s Buck Rogers. No bullshit. I
love the Cylon designs for sure.
Exactly. Death to all carbon-based life forms. You know how I used to go.
Yeah. Hey, before we cut off, I'm gonna suggest, if anyone wants some shit to just look at, go on like Amazon and look up Bliss Lights. I bought this hologram fucking projector thing, and I've been staring at the ceiling since we first started the damn show. You know, I got high as shit before we started the show off some really good weed. Then I came here, put the headset on, had my little fucking smoothie, and I just been looking at the damn ceiling the whole time we've been talking. Yeah, man, it's called an arc light. It makes like a Northern Lights looking. So I sent you a video of like the Northern Lights.
Yeah, you showed it to me.
Yeah. So you know, if anyone out there smokes, gets fucked up, get one of these fucking things. You don't need no TV. Turn the damn lights off and just sit there and look at the shit. Because right now I got a blue nebula with like swirling green shit all over the fucking ceiling, and it's like a hologram. I can touch the damn thing. You know, they should do this shit, but it should be like bitches, like naked bitches dancing and shit. Holographic hoes.
Oh, you talk about that light thing that you have? Yeah, that shit look nice though. It's kind of trippy. Like, you definitely gonna have to like smoke something and just look at it for hours on end.
That's all I've been doing since we started the show. We started like at fucking 9 your time and 6 something my time, and it's already it's been over an hour already. Good shit.
Man, you know what? I want to tell you guys about this one. Okay, last story. Okay, last night I was hanging out at Xbox. Now, you know how my Xbox parties was always wild. You know that, right? Okay, so I was hanging out in Xbox, and I went in my boy Jeff party. Now, as a girl that comes in there, she's always wasted. She's always drunk. You know what I'm saying? And whenever she comes in there, she be like, oh, I haven't drank in over a year. And this is that and the other. So what had happened is that a friend of mine invited me into the party. She came in there. Now, this last night, she was washed off. I mean, like she was wasted, right? So then we sitting up in there, we laughing and joking. She talking shit and everything like that. Now, this woman is not everybody's cup of tea. I have no problem with it because I get it, and I'm not easily offended by a lot of. I'm not easily offended by a lot of things, but everybody's not like me. So this one guy came into the party, and he's kind of like, I wouldn't say he's like a prude, but like he wasn't prepared. Like, well, he has interacted with her before, but not on the level that he prefers to interact with her with. So last night he caught her and she was in rare form. So I got quiet for a minute, right? Because I knew she was going to erupt because I just heard her. Because at one point she gets so drunk to where she'll be like that type of drunk. I mean, like wet brain type of drunk. So we all fucking around on Xbox and shit like that. She come in there with talking. everything like that. My boy coming, the other dude coming there, he was like, I was able to interview this artist and this is that and the other, and he told me this and that and the other. And him and my other friend Jeffrey Cummings right here, that's in the chat section right now, was like, yeah, and that's cool, and this that and the other. She just came out the blue. She just rose up from the dead, and she was like, you know what? I just have N-word fatigue. Out of nowhere, she said it.
What a charmer!
Hard R.
What a charmer!
Yeah, look. She said, "I'm just so tired of niggers nigging." I was like, "Oh man!" And I started busting out laughing. Right, the dude when she first said, "I have N-word fatigue," right? I bust out laughing, right? Because he was like, "Okay, I think I'm gonna leave that," because he's a black dude too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then by me busting out laughing, and then she said, "I just have, what was that?" She says, yeah, gods, I'm telling you, this one, to me, it was funny, but it's the people's reaction that makes me laugh the most. You understand what I'm saying? Because everybody's not prepared to deal with her and stuff like that. And she gets banned off of Xbox and banned off of everything all the time. But she just comes back drunk and goes at it again, But that was my little bit of excitement last night on Xbox, and I think I've lost I don't think this guy's ever going to come back in our parties again. Because every time he comes in there, every time she comes in there, she attacks people. She just attacks people at random. She don't give a fuck who it is. Like before, she used to hate me because I was the what was I? I was a toxic male. She's no longer a feminist now. So now her and I are friends, and she just drinks, and everybody else is the problem now. And it goes from blacks to white people to everything. Everybody's the problem. And the thing about it is she's very intelligent, but she's fucking insane, and she drinks all day long. So that you mix that with fucking, you mix the craziness with the alcohol, and you got that person. But yeah, it was funny to me because he took a lot of offense to it, and his way of answering it, he was in full conversation. When she woke up and just said that, the dude said, "All right." He said, "Well, I'm gonna go, guys." And then when she said, "You know what? I'm just tired of N-words nigging," and
that's hilarious.
And I bust out laughing, and by me laughing made it worse. And he just left. He just left. I think he deleted me too off his friends list just for laughing.
You had interesting parties when I was on Xbox.
Oh man, we used to have the best. We used to have the best parties on Xbox. We had the best. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. My name is Uncle Nerd, Mika, Count Kenny. We bid you adieu. Check us out on just check out the Tough Nerd Toys Network. We're everywhere. You can find us. You know what I'm saying? If you want to come on the show, we also do interviews and stuff like that. We also do interviews. We do it all. Sometimes we got some guests coming on. Hey, even if one of you guys in the audience, ladies and gentlemen on the audience, want to join, let me know. Just hit me up and I'll send you a link. All right?
Hit me on OnlyFans with pictures of my big long he pussy.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We had a wonderful show. Love you guys. Say good night.
Good night, everybody.
Monsters.
Good night, everybody.
Love you guys. Thank you. You guys are the absolute best. I wouldn't be able to do it with you, and most of all, without my co-host. Because by myself, I'm boring as fuck. Take care, everybody. Later.